Monza for these FIA Formula 2 cars. 8 seconds his winning margin. Miki Monrás in third, Brundle in fourth. 9.999 seconds behind Mirko Bortolotti. I like that. Luciano Becchetta finishing in fifth place. As we saw, look, Zanella got Jack Clark by 0.2 of a second across the line, so that must have been a pretty close one. We probably saw it on camera whilst I was looking at Bortolotti stopping at the exit of the pit lane out the window. So Kelvin Schnucks in 8th. Tobias Hegerwald recovered to 9th after a little incident earlier on in the race, with Benjamin Lariche completing the top 10 and completing a good end of the season for Benjamin Lariche. That's the 4th time in the last 5 races he has been in the points. Mikkel Mack in 11th, Sung Hak Mun in 12th. Good result for Plamen Kralev in 13th. That doesn't quite beat his best result of the year, but a good performance nevertheless. 14th for Pardiva Sarashwaran. James Cole, the last of our runners. Max Negrev came into the pit, so did Mihai Marinescu. Julian Theobald had a little incident, and Timo Storz retired in the gravel trap at the first Lesmo. There is the championship standings, which means Christopher Zanella cannot catch up with Mirko Bortolotti. 50 points still on offer in this championship, and Bortolotti has more than that in his pocket, even including drop round. So he is the 2011 Formula 2 champion. The battle still on for second place. Zanella, Piñeiro, Monrás all still involved with the battle. It may have changed now, but still Mihai Marinescu, Tobias Hegerwald possibly in the running for that third position. Miki Monrás, he'll be pleased to be back on the podium, I think, even though he couldn't quite grab second place. Let's see what the body language is like between him and Ramón Piñeiro. That could be a little bit interesting, whether they are, you know, well done chum, good racing, or what were you doing forcing me off down at the second chicane. There you can see Tom Phillips and Kiri Longstaff. They probably don't know what's happened to Mirko Bortolotti, so they're probably waiting, thinking, well, where on earth is he? So Miki Monrás shaking hands with his engineers and mechanics. And it's in third place. He points to something. There's Mirko Bortolotti, the only man still out on the circuit, cruising down to the Parabolica. It really has been his season.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he took a win there at Silverstone right at the beginning of the year, and he's, like you say, he's been on the podium all the time, and that's exactly what you need to do to build up a championship, and he's done exactly what he needs to do today as well. So a commanding win, and a commanding win for the championship.
Martin Donnelly thinking that Ramón had finished in first place, but no, it was second for Ramón.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, and so great battling really from Piñeiro. As into the pit lane now, I think, comes Mirko Bortolotti. There he is, the champion of the season and the winner of round 14 of the FIA Formula 2 Championship. Up onto the bonnet, and he wins the race, and is very, very delighted with that, as we saw. And that is another title to add to his collection. Formula 3 Italia, he has also won, and he congratulates Ramón Piñeiro. Woo! Mirko Bortolotti is the 2011 FIA Formula 2 champion. He has done it in tremendous style by taking a pole to lights to flag victory is the correct term, and he will be delighted with that, I have no doubt. He lost the lead early on to Ramón Piñeiro. Very poor start. It was just a poor reaction start, really, wasn't it? So he hugs the men from Avon Tyres. He hugs everyone, really. Everyone delighted. A very friendly guy, Mirko, isn't he? He'll chat to you, whatever's going on. Even Kelvin Schnucks getting in there to give him a hug as well. And it's been great to have him even just around the paddock this year.
Yeah, he's good fun, and I think a very light character in the championship. And I think everyone's going to be, I know everyone's going to be really happy and delighted, as you can see from all the hugs going around here.
It's been quite a while since he's been seriously challenged for the championship as well. I don't think there's not going to be anyone too disappointed. You know, particularly, it's not like he's just edged out someone and they've had to settle for second. I think Zanella has probably accepted, possibly since Brands Hatch at that kind of time, that Mirko is in control of this.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right. I think he never would have given up on it at all, but I think he would have known it's a bit of an uphill task to get that, and I think we're just about to hear from the 2011 champion, Formula 2 champion.
He holds up the #1 board, and it is a fantastic result for Mirko. He's very, very satisfied with that. He didn't want to win. He was probably quite pleased not to win it yesterday in that fashion. There is Tom Phillips. Come on, Tom, get him over to James Cornell, and we'll have a little word. He gets the Italian flag as well, and a hug as well. So great work for Bortolotti. Second place for Ramón Piñeiro, rounding out, well, not rounding out, we've still got 2 races to go, of course, at the Circuit de Catalunya on the weekend of the 28th of October. And Ramón is really coming into his own towards the end of the season as well. But that's, as I say, Bortolotti's first win since July. So it's been a long time coming for Mirko, but he has done it at exactly the right time and taking the championship with him. So he is sent over towards James Gornall. So Mirko Bortolotti heads over away from his car. There's Christopher Zanella's car, you can see there, finishing in 6th place. A good drive from him. There, though, is our 2011 FIA Formula 2 champion, Mirko Bortolotti.
Mirko Bortolotti, 2011 Formula 2 champion. Well done.
I don't know what to say right now. I'm so happy. It's been such a fantastic year for us. It's been a fantastic race today. And I want to thank all my guys, my mechanic, my engineer, everybody who's involved, my sponsors, you guys. You did a great job as well. Alone you will never win. You always need a strong team behind you, and I had the great luck to and the pleasure to work with these guys. So I don't know what to say. I'm so happy.
Speaking of winning, you win in style with another race win. Tell us about it.
Well, as I mentioned, I mean we showed some great potential throughout the year, and on this weekend as well. So unfortunately yesterday we were not able to win the race, and today from pole position the aim was trying to win it, and so we did it. I'm very happy with that. We had great pace, but not only here, throughout the year, and so happy.
Mirko, enjoy it. Well done.
Thank you.
So Mirko Bortolotti at his home circuit clinches the 2011 championship. His half home circuit, of course, because he is also half Austrian. Here's a look at what happened then. Ramón Piñeiro got the better getaway off the front row of the grid on the road down into the first corner. Bortolotti came across to try and squeeze him, got pushed onto the grass a little bit. Brundle got on the grass actually in the braking zone. That's probably what messed up his entry, and then was on the outside, got hung out to dry. Bortolotti taking a big cloud of the curbs actually as well, almost losing out to Miki Monrás. As we all gingerly made our way through. Mikkelmack got out of shape coming into Ascari, bounced high across. I don't know how he didn't lose his front wing actually there, and then he lost out to Brundle. Then Tobias Hegervold and Timo Storz had a little battle. Storz squeezing Hegervold, who got sideways and came across into him, and Timo Storz was buried in the gravel. He wasn't getting out of that one, but at the end of the start of the second lap, Mirko Bortolotti lunged up the inside of Ramón Piñeiro to move back into the lead of the race, a lead which he never lost. Ramón unable to get back past. Julian Theobald came together with Plamen Kralev down at the Del Roggia chicane, and you can see the front right suspension of Julian Theobald's car was broken. Alex Brundle got up the inside of Jack Clark as well through Ascari as he continued his fight up the order after that difficult start, and then he also made his way past Luciano Becchetta. Those two had a great scrap for a good few laps. Brundle who held on to that 4th position. Becchetta got back past on the run down into turn 1. Brundle got back into the slipstream and made a very similar move into the Ascari chicane. Miki Monrás then got pushed off, well not pushed off really, squeezed out by Ramón Piñeiro. He still managed to come and tack for 2nd place, but Mirko Bortolotti saw the checker flag and took the checker flag and the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship with it. He stamped on the brakes. Absolutely delighted. James Goodfield said, good job there. The 3 cars for 2nd place were covered by only about a second at the end, but Mirko Bortolotti donutted his way to the top of the championship. Will we see a replay of the podium after the break? So Bortolotti climbs on to the podium. 2nd place for Ramón Piñeiro, 3rd position for Miki Monrás, and at Monza, the home of the Italian Grand Prix, it's the Italian national anthem. Winner, fantastic news for him, understandably, and he will be test driving the Williams F1 car at the end of this season. Of course, not the first F1 car he will have tested. He's had a little go in a Ferrari and also in a Toro Rosso. It was part of the Ferrari Young Driver Academy, I believe, before they scaled back just a little bit, but they're still just keeping tabs on him as they are with all their other drivers. I think the most notable Ferrari Academy driver will be Jules Bianchi. He's quite possibly going to move into a Ferrari race seat in the next few seasons in Formula 1, but that's a little way off yet for Mirko Bortolotti. The next step for him, we'll find out where he will be next season after claiming the Formula 2 championship. Of course, we've seen a few Formula 2 front runners move towards Formula 1. Of course, second place man in 2009, which was of course Robert Wickens. He then moved on to take second place in another championship. I can't remember off the top of my head, and he's now the Virgin F1 test driver, combining that with a run in World Series by Renault as well this year. It was GP3, wasn't it? He finished second in.
Yeah, well, so. and all the drivers that we've had so far with Stoneman and our previous champion as well, they've all done fantastic jobs when they jumped into the Williams F1 car, and I think we'd expect more of the same from Bortolotti. Obviously with his experience of Formula 1 so far, and I think he a good winner, and looking forward to seeing him in the Formula 1 car.
So the crowd watch on as Mirko Bortolotti wins the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship. He receives his trophy from James Gornall, and it's going to be a very delighted man from Trentino who hoists it aloft. Very happy indeed. He is the champion of the season. Second place for Ramón Piñeiro. Great job from him, really. Great defensive driving and aggressive driving. Probably his hardest fought podium and even position possibly of the year, and it's great to see Miki Monrás back on the podium. He's still fifth in the championship, but he was coming into this weekend. We'll probably have a look in a little bit, but he hasn't had a podium. He hasn't had a points finish actually since Brands Hatch, where he picked up 9th place, so it's a good result to see him back on the top step of the podium. So Mirko Bortolotti, the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship, but the Formula 2 Championship is not over. We still have got to head to the Circuit de Catalunya in the battle over second and third positions, and the rest of the championship standings as well, to decide who will pick up the GP2 test. But today and this weekend and this season, it has been all about Mirko Bortolotti. He is draped in the Italian flag as he heads away from the podium. He's the 2011 FIA Formula 2 champion, and it's been fantastic to see him in action. So thanks to James Gornall, who has been down in the pit lane asking the questions. My thanks to Jonathan Kennard as well for joining me here in the commentary box for what has been the best, or at least one of the best, FIA Formula 2 races of the season. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you'll tune in Barcelona in about a month's time. My name's Jack Nichols, and you have been watching Mirko Bortolotti become the 2011 FIA Formula 2 champion.